Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Phil McCracken here, and I will be taking you through this great night of wrestling here in Smoky Mountain Wrestling as we are live from the COVID Dome in Lincolnton, North Carolina. We have 6 great matches on the card tonight, including 2 championship matches. The .com King Championship will be up for grabs in a triple threat match. Also, the main event of the evening is a Buried Alive match for the Smoky Mountain Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship, along with many other great matches tonight. We'll be right back after this commercial message with the action.
Where can you find custom wrestling belts at outrageous prices? Crazy Mark's Belt Emporium. You want to be a 16, 17, or 18-time world champion?
We got you covered.
You want to strut around the house like a douche nozzle because you have the belt that so-and-so dropped in the trash can when they dropped the bomb back in the Monday Night Wars?
We got you covered there too.
Crazy Mark's Belt Emporium.
We take your E-Fed into reality.
If you have 48 wrestlers, we have 47 belts just for you.
Here's a testimonial from a dedicated customer.
Ask us about our bowl crate. Participation should be an art. That's
Crazy Mark's Belt Emporium,
where everyone wins.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the COVID Dome in Lincolnton, North Carolina for Smoky Mountain Wrestling as we are getting ready for the first event of the evening, which is a tag team bout, which pits the P-Luchas versus Animation Domination. P-Luchas are already in the ring, and here comes their opponents, Animation Domination. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here at the COVID Dome as P-Luchas and Animation Domination have all been checked by the referees. They are good to go, and the referee calls for the bell as Jack Frost and P-Lucha number 1 start off for their respective teams. They lock up in the middle of the ring, and Jack Frost gets P-Lucha 1 in a headlock. P-Lucha number 1 backs Jack Frost into the ring ropes and slings him across the ring. Jack Frost comes off the ring ropes, and P-Lucha number 1 ducks his head as if to give him a backdrop, but Jack Frost drops to his back and punches P-Lucha number 1 right in the face. Jack Frost gets up and grabs P-Lucha number 1 and body slams him right there in the middle of the ring. He tags his partner. In comes Peter Pan. Peter Pan and Jack Frost both have P-Lucha number 1. They sling him across the ring ropes and they give him a devastating double lariat. And both of them drop with the double elbow as Jack Frost gets out of the ring before the referees count to 5. Peter Pan then picks up P-Lucha number 1 and puts him in the corner. He puts him up on the top rope. He climbs up to the second rope and he starts the fisticuffs, one right after the other, right on the top of the head of P-Lucha number 1. He comes down, he grabs P-Lucha number 1, and he lifts him up. He's got him up. Peter Pan just walks right out from under him, and P-Lucha number 1 comes down right on his face onto the mat. Oh my goodness, P-Lucha number 1 is in a bad way. Peter Pan walks over and picks up P. Lucha, slings him across the ring ropes, comes out. Oh my goodness, he gives him an end of days right in the middle of the ring. P. Lucha number 2 comes out. Jack Frost comes out in his side. They both meet in the middle. They go to fisticuffs. The referee is counting. He has lost control as all 4 men have went into fisticuffs. Jack Frost has slid out of the ring, and so has P. Lucha number 2, as Peter Pan grabs his opponent, lifts him up, brings him over in a perfect suplex right there in the middle of the ring, as Animation Domination is in complete control. Jack Frost gets back up on the apron. He gets the tag from his partner Peter Pan, and in comes Jack Frost. Jack Frost then grabs the opponent P. Lucha number 1, who is still in the ring, hasn't gotten to his tag team partner yet, who is reaching drastically to get his partner to tag. As Jack Frost tags his partner again, they're both in the ring together. As they come out, they sling them across the ropes. What are they going to do this time, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, it's a double spear right to P. Lucha number 1. Oh my goodness, as Jack Frost has gone over, he punched his partner P. Lucha number 2 and knocks him off the apron as Peter Pan rolls up P. Lucha number 1. 1, 2, 3, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Animation Domination dominates P. Luchas in match number 1. We'll be right back after these short messages with another great match here at the COVID Dome in Lincolnton, North Carolina.
I want some crusher, a little crusher. Milk keeps me fit and tastes so great. I want some crusher, a glass of crusher. It's tough enough to make milk shake. Add milk, or will crusher.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bill McCracken here, and I'll be taking you through the rest of the night here at the COVID Dome in the great town of Lincolnton, North Carolina, as we have come to match number 2 on the card, and it is for the .com King Championship match. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, I'm being handed a note. Oh my goodness, Outlaw was supposed to be in this triple threat match, but it seems as he was headed through the airport here in Charlotte, he got detained for having a weapon going through the metal detector, so he will not be here tonight for the match. It looks like it's going to be a one-on-one Executioner versus Mr. Asshole for the .com King Championship match, as Mr. Asshole has already made it to the ring, and here comes the Executioner. As Devil's Executioner made his way to the ring, they're both in the ring. They've been checked by the referee, and we are good to go. And there is the bell. Devil's Executioner and Mr. Asshole lock up in the middle of the ring. Mr. Asshole grabs Devil's Executioner, slings him across the ropes, and gives him a big right hand straight to the face. Devil's Executioner goes down. Mr. Asshole picks him up, and what is he going to do? He kicks him in the gut, he grabs his head, and he slams him down with a DDT. Oh my goodness, Devil's Executioner went straight down on his head. Mr. Asshole then turns and he starts stomping up and down Devil's Executioner all around He's stomping his legs. He's stomping his midriff. He kicked him in the head. He stomps the other arm and stomps the other leg. He goes all around stomping a mud hole in the Devil's Executioner. As Mr. Asshole then picks him up, gives him a big right hand to the head. He picks him up over his head. He comes down with the jackhammer. Oh my goodness. He pins him. 1, 2. Devil's Executioner kicks out. Oh my goodness. Mr. Asshole's wasting no time as he gets right back up and he picks up the Devil's Executioner. He takes him over to the ropes. He puts both arms around the ropes and he commences to punching him right in the head. The referee has started his count. He's got to 3 and Mr. Asshole stops what he's doing. Mr. Asshole then grabs Devil's Executioner by the hair. He's walking him over. He's slamming his head into the turnbuckle over there. 1, 2, 3 times. And Devil's Executioner falls straight on his back. Devil's Executioner's not in a good way, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Asshole picks him back up. What's he gonna do is whoa my goodness, he grabs him from the back and he does a reverse DDT right on his back. Devil's Executioner is not good. Mr. Asshole slides to the outside. Looks like he's trying to get something underneath the ring as he slides back in. The referee stops him and warns him if he uses it, he'll be disqualified. And that gives time for Devil's Executioner to get up. Devil's Executioner reaches around the referee and pokes Mr. Asshole right in the eyes. Mr. Asshole can't see. As the referee moves, Devil's Executioner runs over and gives Mr. Asshole a huge lariat. As it looks like Devil's Executioner is shaking off the effects of all the offense that Mr. Asshole brought to him at the beginning of this match. Devil's Executioner grabs Mr. Asshole. He takes him over to the corner. He lifts him up onto the top. He goes up. Oh my goodness, is the Devil's Executioner? Yes, he is. He's doing a superplex to Mr. Asshole and he hits right on his back. And Mr. Asshole is grabbing his back. Devil's Executioner then picks up Mr. Asshole. Oh my goodness, he puts him in an abdominal stretch. Mr. Asshole, the referee, is asking him, do you want to quit? Mr. Asshole says no. He asks him again, do you want to quit? Mr. Asshole says no. And Devil's Executioner releases the hold. He walks over and he drop kicks Mr. Asshole right in the back of the head. Mr. Asshole goes forward and goes through the ropes and hits his shoulder right on the corner turnbuckle. Oh my goodness. He comes out from the corner turnbuckle. Devil's Executioner does a schoolboy roll up right in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Devil's Executioner retains the .com King Championship over Mr. Asshole. What an exciting match here at the COVID Dome in Lincoln, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after these short messages.
Today, I took the family to play on the swings. And I need more than one pair of hands at bedtime. Your behaviour today was appalling! I'm so proud! New Pepperami Nibblers. They're little bits of an animal. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy... Oh? New Pepperami Nibblers. They're little bits of an animal.
Welcome back to the COVID Dome in Lincoln, North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen, as we are set for the next match of the evening, which pits Dante Hardcore versus Brian Nix. And here comes Dante Hardcore. as Dante Hardcore makes it into the ring and being checked by the referee. And here comes his opponent with Isabella in tow. It's Brian Nix. As Brian Nix has made his way into the ring and Isabella sitting in a chair on the outside. The referee checks Brian Nix. It seems everything is good to go. The referee's going to call for the bell. Wait a minute. Just before he calls for the bell, Dante Hardcore comes over. He's whispering something to the referee. Him and the referee are having a long discussion. The referee has now gotten out of the ring. He has walked over to the timekeeper. They're all talking right now. The referee has gotten onto the phone. This is the first time I've ever seen this in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Wait a minute. The referee has gotten off the phone. He's walked up to Isabella. He's pointing to the back. I think he's sending Isabella to the back. Isabella is not happy. Isabella's arms are flailing. Last time we seen this, Isabella made everybody disappear. You can see Isabella is not happy, but Isabella is listening to the referee as she walks up the ramp and walks out. Brian Nix is livid, ladies and gentlemen. As the referee comes back into the ring, he calls for the bell, and Brian Nix is, oh my goodness, Brian Nix just speared Dante Hardcore. Oh my goodness. He picks up Dante Hardcore, and he's giving him lefts and rights, and he is punching Dante Hardcore. Dante Hardcore's not in a good way. Brian Spears then walks over and drapes Dante Hardcore over the second rope, and he is choking out Dante Hardcore. And the referee is counting 1, 2, 3. Finally, Brian Nix lets up off of him, and Dante Hardcore falls to his back, and Brian Nix is grabbing the top rope. He's putting his foot right on his throat, and he's pulling up on the top rope. The referee is calling 1, 2, 3, 4. Brian Nix finally releases the hold. Brian Nix then just goes straight down, and he starts choking out Dante Hardcore, and the ref again is starting his count. 1, 2, 3, 4. He pulls off Brian Nix, and he is warning Brian Nix one more time. If he gets to 5, he will be disqualified. Brian Nix picks up Dante Hardcore, and he slings him across the rope. He comes off. He puts him in a sleeper hold. Brian Nix is wrenching down on the sleeper hold as Dante Hardcore looks like he's about to go out. The referee walks over. He's checking. He's looking under the neck. He's counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is just disqualified. Brian Nix, as I believe it's a chokehold that he has on Dante Hardcore and not a sleeper, and the referee has had enough as Brian Nix is again stomping a mud hole into Dante Hardcore, and he's yelling at the referee. Another referee has slid into the ring as he has gone over and covered Dante Hardcore, protecting Dante Hardcore, and he has got Brian Nix leaving as, oh my goodness, there's the music as out comes Hell Incorporated, and they run Brian Nix completely out of the arena. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Nix was not happy. I don't know what happened, but they all ran to the back, as we'll be right back with the next match, ladies and gentlemen, in the second half of the show here at the COVID Dome in Lincoln, North Carolina. You're watching Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and we'll be right back.
Yes, we're on a mission, looking for something to eat. For this food obsession, looking for something to eat. All in one direction, looking for something to eat. Eat. Looking for something to eat, feeling for something to eat, searching for something to eat. Gotta get something to eat. I must get mine. I'm about to get it. I must get mine. I'm about to get it. Something to eat. Food your mouth desire. 6586 Tidewater Drive, Norfolk, VA. Call 757-853-8187. Something to eat. Home of the Flying Spaghetti. 757-853-8187.
As we are back, ladies and gentlemen, Phil McCracken here as we are getting set for the second half of the show here at the COVID Dome in good old Lincolnton, North Carolina. The next match pits Mercenary Marvin versus the Heel Deal for the number one contendership for the .com King Championship, currently held by Devil's Executioner, who will come out the winner and face Devil's Executioner for his championship. As here comes Mercenary Marvin. As Mercenary Marvin makes his way into the ring, the referee is checking him out, and here comes his opponent, Heel Deal. Ladies and gentlemen, as both men are in the ring, they both been checked by the referee, and the referee calls for the bell. And here we go, as Heel Deal and Mercenary Marvin lock it up in the middle of the ring. Mercenary Marvin shoves Heel Deal into the corner. What a bit of strength by Mercenary Marvin. Heel Deal gets back up, starts heading toward Mercenary Marvin. Mercenary Marvin hits him right in the face with a drop kick, and that staggers Heel Deal over into the corner. Mercenary Marvin walks over, and he gives him lefts and rights. He calls it the M40s as Mercenary Marvin pulls him out from the corner, and he lifts him up, and he brings him over with the great suplex. Heel Deal finally gets and slides out of the ring as Mercenary Marvin walks over to grab him, and the Heel Deal pulls his feet and pulls him completely out of the ring. Grabs Mercenary Marvin and slams his back into the side of the ring. Oh my goodness. Mercenary Marvin's not in a good way as Heel Deal grabs Mercenary Marvin, comes to one of the corner ring posts, and he slams his head into the corner ring post. Oh my goodness. Mercenary Marvin goes down in a heap. The Heel Deal slides back in, and the referee starts his count. He gets to the count of 7, and Mercenary Marvin finally composes himself and gets himself back into the ring. As Heel Deal grabs Mercenary Marvin, slings him up against the rope, and hits him with the flying shoulder tackle. Mercenary Marvin is not in a good way as Heel Deal gets up. He walks over. He looks like he's picking up Mercenary Marvin. Mercenary Marvin comes up and comes to life. He's shaking his head. He's hitting Heel Deal with a left and a right. Another left and a right. He gets him over into the corner. What's he gonna do as he props Heel Deal up? We've seen this before, ladies and gentlemen. He grabs Heel Deal and does a cutter off the second rope with the Heel Deal, and the Heel Deal is not in a good way. Mercenary Marvin then goes down and puts Heel Deal in a crossface. Heel Deal, the referee is asking Heel Deal if he wants to give. The Heel Deal says no. Mercenary Marvin then switches it around. He grabs Heel Deal's leg. He lifts it up and he slams his knee into the ground. Oh my goodness. He walks over and he stomps on the Heel Deal's back. Oh my goodness. As Mercenary Marvin is working his way up the body as he kicks Heel Deal right in the head. Mercenary Marvin picks up the Heel Deal. And what is he going to do now, folks? As he looks like he's going to try to lift him up, Heel Deal blocks him. He tries to lift him up again. Heel Deal slips his legs in between Marvin's legs, and he blocks him from lifting him up. What's he going to do now as Marvin gives him a big right hand? And Heel Deal again is staggered. Marvin comes over, grabs Heel Deal by the head. He's over in the corner. He's running. He's got him in a bulldog, and he hits the bulldog. My goodness. Heel Deal is not in a good way as Marvin comes over. Oh my goodness, what is he going to do now as he picks up Heel Deal? Heel Deal can barely stand on his own. Marvin comes off the ropes and he comes back and he hits him with a big lariat. Heel Deal flips. He hits him so hard he lands on his face. Marvin comes over and again he gets on his back. What is he going to do? He grabs his leg. Over. Oh my God, he's got Heel Deal in a figure 4 leg lock. My goodness, Heel Deal is in a lot of pain. He's stressing out. Oh my goodness, Heel Deal is slapping the canvas. He is trying to flip it over, but Mercenary Marvin is not letting him do it. If Heel Deal can get it turned over, he can reverse the hold on Mercenary Marvin, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. He's losing strength as he lays his back on the mat. The referee counts 1, 2. Heel Deal lifts up his back off, his shoulder off the canvas and stops the count. But Mercenary Marvin is wrenching down on that figure 4, and Heel Deal cannot take it anymore. Heel Deal is tapping out. Mercenary Marvin wins the match as he makes Heel Deal tap out to a figure 4 leg lock, and the number 1 contender for the .com King Championship to face Devil's Executioner will be Mercenary Marvin. Wow, what a great match, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, it's all happening at the COVID Dome. We'll be right back after these short messages with the semi-main and main event of the evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the COVID Dome in Lincolnton, North Carolina for the semi-main event of the evening. It's a six-man tag, Illuminating Truth versus the Elite World Order. All six men are already in the ring. The referees have checked everybody, and here is the bell. El Luchador, the wrestler, starts off for EWO, and Ray Jack starts off for Illuminating Truth. They lock up in the middle of the ring, and El Luchador, the wrestler, slings Ray Jack's across the ring. He bounces off the ropes, and he does a flying cross body and lands right on top of Ray Jax. Lifts the leg, one, and Ray Jax kicks out really quick as he tried for an easy win. Ray Jax gets up. He didn't like that. He walks over and he tags the Hillbilly, and the Hardcore Hillbilly comes in and he locks up with the Luchador, and Hillbilly tosses a Luchador across the ring. What strength by the large man as he walks over, and he does a splash right on top of El Luchador, the wrestler. El Luchador hobbles to his feet, and the Hardcore Hillbilly picks him up, swings him under his arm, and drops him with a sidewalk slam. El Luchador, the wrestler, is not in a good way as Hillbilly stands him up, and he pushes him over into the corner, and Matt Burns tags himself in and steps into the ring. Matt Burns walks over and he slaps Hillbilly right in the face. Hillbilly and Matt Burns go to fisticuffs right in the middle of the ring. All hell breaks loose as all six men are now in the ring, and the referee has lost total control as all six men are beating each other senseless. As Ray Jax and the Brain, Dalton Riggs, and El Luchador, the wrestler, all four slide out of the ring, and they're still beating each other senseless as both of the legal men are still in the ring. Matt Burns and the Hillbilly. As Matt Burns turns to the referee, he's telling the referee he's got something in his eye. Oh my God, it's on the outside. Dalton Riggs and El Luchador, the wrestler, each go under the ring. They pull out a steel chair and they hit Ray Jax, Lord Ray Jax, and the Brain right over the head with the steel chair. Both men are down and they are beating them senseless with the steel chair. One hit right after the other. They finally throw the chairs away as Hillbilly walks over and grabs Matt Burns and hits him with the German suplex from behind. As Matt Burns gets up, Hillbilly is getting into it with Matt Burns. They're both going into fisticuffs as the other two men on each team have finally got back up on the apron as the Brain and Lord Ray Jax is fit to be tied as they're on the side. Hillbilly walks over. He slaps Lord Ray Jax, and Lord Ray Jax gets back into the ring as the Brain is over there holding his head. Hillbilly gets out as Lord Ray Jax comes in, and he's facing Matt Burns. Matt Burns comes over. Oh my God, those two go to fisticuffs in the middle of the ring, but Matt Burns grabs Lord Ray Jax and slings him over into EWO's corner. Oh my goodness, as Dalton Riggs comes out, he gets the referee's attention. He's pointing out into the audience again, and the referee is looking as El Luchador, the wrestler, is choking the big man from behind, and Matt Burns is punching him in the gut, and oh my goodness, you can hear Lord Ray Jax screaming all the way over here as the referee finally turns around. He's looking over. He's talking about a tag. He said there was no tag But Dalton Riggs is assuring him there was a tag before he came out. And the referee's just shaking his head as Dalton Riggs walks over as Lord Ray Jax is down in the corner, sitting in the corner of the ring. And Dalton Riggs puts the boots to Lord Ray Jax right there in the corner. Oh my goodness. Lord Ray Jax is in a bad way as Dalton Riggs comes across. He starts taunting the Brain. He starts taunting the Hardcore Hillbilly as they both come into the ring. Oh my God, it's melee as all 6 men again are in the ring as the Brain and Hardcore Hillbilly go over and they give lariats to Matt Burns and El Luchador the wrestler and send him over the ring. Boats to the outside. Oh my goodness. As they turn around and as they turn around, Dalton Riggs punches the big man Ray Jax and Ray Jax goes down in a heap. Oh my goodness, as he goes over and he rolls up the big man Ray Jax. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, he just got the 3 count on Lord Ray Jax as Hardcore Hillbilly and the Brain make a diving attempt to save the match, but it was too late as the bell is ringing. EWO has won the match as Lord Ray Jax gets pinned by Dalton Riggs. Oh my goodness, EWO slides out and they're celebrating, heading up the ramp. Oh my gosh, the Brain is livid. He is going nuts. He has went to the outside. He has grabbed the steel chair. He has slid back into the ring. Lord Ray Jax is trying to explain, but the Brain just hit Lord Ray Jax right in the head. The Hillbilly is standing over in the corner. He is trying to talk the Brain into stopping, but the Brain has taken the chair and he has brought it straight down onto Lord Ray Jax's throat, and Lord Ray Jax is rolling around in pain, and he is just pounding away at Lord Ray Jax with that chair. Lord Ray Jax is in a bad way as the Brain throws the chair down and stomps out of the arena. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what just happened, but the Brain was livid as Lord Ray Jax is in the ring rolling around. Hillbilly and the Brain walk out. My goodness, the winners of the match, the Elite World Order. And what a way to end the match as the Brain just beat down Lord Ray Jax. What does this mean for Team Ray Jax? As we'll be right back with the main event of the evening right after these messages. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Phil McCracken, and if you have made it this far in the evening, we have made it to the main event for Smoky Mountain Wrestling. It's I Am Righteous versus the Demonic Nightmare in a Buried Alive match for the Smoky Mountain Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. And here comes the Demonic Nightmare. The Demonic Nightmare has made it to the ring, and here comes the Smoky Mountain Wrestling World Promo Champion. I Am Righteous. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I Am Righteous has just got thrown from the back onto the stage. He looks like he's been beat up, as out comes Tro Renegade and Dante Hardcore. They are putting the beat down on I Am Righteous right up on the stage, and the crowd is letting them have it as they are showering them with booze. Oh my goodness. Demonic Nightmare has just grabbed the referee and he's demanding that he starts the match. The bell has rung. As here we go, as the referee is counting out I Am Righteous as the beatdown continues up on the stage. As Tro Renegade is holding I Am Righteous and Dante Hardcore is putting the fisticuffs right upside his head. Oh my goodness, the referee's got to 7, to 8, to 9, and there's number 10 as I Am Righteous has been counted out, and he has lost the match to Demonic Nightmare, but the beatdown has been given to the World Heavyweight Promo Champion. But I Am Righteous loses the match, but he does not lose his Promo Heavyweight Championship, as I don't know why Demonic Nightmare and Hell Incorporated did that, but they must have something planned further on down the road, as I Am Righteous is laying in a heap on the stage as Demonic Nightmare, Tro Renegade, and Dante Hardcore have all got their hands raised in victory and leave the stage. That'll do it for this show. For Smoky Mountain Wrestling here at the COVID Dome in Lincolnton, North Carolina. We will be off next week for Thanksgiving. All of us here at Smoky Mountain Wrestling. All the wrestlers, Craven Moorhead, Phil McCracken, and of course Krusty Loaves would all like to wish you and your family a safe holiday season, and we will see you again in a couple of weeks. Again, this is Smoky Mountain Wrestling, where the big boys play. We will see you in a couple of weeks. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good night.